Hey everyone, it's Jason from GameRaveTV, otherwise known as Danger Boy. This is Pause Mode. This week's Pause Mode is about a game we picked using our scientific method. And that is Sega Smash Pack Volume 1 for the Dreamcast. Now, this is a release that is kind of confusing and just mired in depression all over. First and foremost, obviously the title, including the term Volume 1 in it, is a misnomer because it was the only volume released in America. Oddly enough, it was actually the third Smash Pack that Sega released. The first two were released in Europe instead on the PC. Now, the American version of the game contained 8 of the previous released games from the other two volumes and 4 new ones. The 4 new ones included a rather peculiar game called Wrestle War, which is a wrestling game that had never actually seen an American release until this point. Oddly enough, it was the last time anyone gave a crap about Wrestle War. So let's talk about game choice. Obviously, you got the good stuff. You got Sonic the Hedgehog, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage 2. Love it, love it. You got Altered Beast, okay ones. You got Revenge of Shinobi. Sega Swirl's a gimme. That was free on damn near every demo disc that came out for Dreamcast after a certain point. Virtua Cop 2 actually is not the arcade game. It's the PC version, and it's actually compatible with the light gun on the Dreamcast. Otherwise, you do have Columns, the aforementioned Wrestle War, and Shining Force, the RPG. One of the main problems with this collection was that the emulation on the sound was really bizarre. Depending on the game, it can be either very, very tinny or sound like it's in the wrong key. When I was playing Streets of Rage 2, I knew right from the second that it wasn't correct, just because you can tell Uzo's music like instantly. It's kind of depressing about that. Now, as far as the release goes, it was originally a pack-in with the Dreamcast. Later, it was finally released separately as its own game. When I brought up the depression side when this video first started, that's actually where some of it comes from. You see, the game was released around the same time Sega announced that they were leaving the console market as far as hardware is concerned. So essentially, this game is a death knell for the Dreamcast. It was released and announced early in 2001 in January, and from that point on, you basically just counted down the days to the death of the Dreamcast. To add insult to coincidental injury, the week we made this video, Sega officially announced that they were leaving the console market, period. They'll be going to PC and mobile gaming only, and about 300 people are going to lose their jobs this week at Sega. Yay. Now, all of this is without a little bit of humor and programmer goofing around. As we mentioned on Twitter, if you throw this disk into a computer and do some searching, you can actually find a text file from one of the programmers. And it basically explains to a hacker group what to look for to start hacking the Dreamcast. So basically the emulator used to run these games gave way to people making their own bootable emulators to run any Sega Genesis game. Now, obviously it wasn't perfected at the time, and it was actually pretty glitchy, just like some of the games on here were. But it's one of the few times you can ever actually see another programmer saying, "Hey guys, here's how you do it. Go ahead and hack." System's dead anyway, might as well. As far as collectability goes, it's a $12 game, a little bit less if you're good. There's 2 versions, the regular release and the pack-in. Other than that, you can play these games on damn near half a different other collections, the real legit way on the Genesis, or, you know, emulation. Better emulation, actually. Other than that, that does it for this episode of Pause Mode. Next week, we are back with GameRaveTV and the continuation of our Where Are They Now segment with the launch day PlayStation games. That being said, guys, hope you have a great week. We'll see you then. Take care.